Hey, what's up? My name is Matt Dietz, and this is the Agency Launch Podcast. I am an active 17-year insurance agency owner, and I run a different shop than many of my peers. I've got 4,300 policies, and I have 2 staff members, and I have already made all the mistakes for you. So this podcast is to share with you all that I know. I come in and I record things as I think about them. I come in and I record things as they happen in my agency, and anything that I can think of that will help you, I come in and I share it. So I talk about sales and marketing and staffing and retention and everything that I know works in an agency like this. So I appreciate you listening, and let's get on with it. Hey, real quick, since you are listening to this podcast and you are awesome like that, I'm going to give you a deal. All right, I'm going to give all my podcast listeners 10% off of anything you want on Agency Launch. So if you go to agencylaunch.net, you got my masterclass on there. Everything I've learned about when it comes to running an agency, I have out there for you. Okay, you can buy it in all at once. You can buy it so it arrives monthly, and I've a la carted it. So if you just want stuff on sales, you just want stuff on social, you just want stuff on life, you just want stuff on marketing, you just want stuff on staffing, like it's all there for you. So 10% off, just type in the code podcast and go get some training. All right. What's up? So today I wanted to talk to you about kind of how you spend your money. Where do you know where to put your money when it comes to investing in your business or investing in yourself or investing in your team? I'm starting something newish over the next, I have a little project going where I'm starting a mastermind group. Okay. And I'm going to get 5 agents together from all over the country once a month. We're going to get together and we are going to dedicate an hour a week to solving problems. Okay, so what's going to end up happening is we're all going to get online, we're all going to Zoom it up, and everybody is going to bring one question or one hurdle that they are facing, and we're all going to try and help them get through it. And I'm asking for a 90-day commitment, and no phones. Keep your phones off. Cameras on. We're all going to be present. Okay. And this is something that I think is really going to help a lot of people. It's going to be really fun for me. I love this stuff right now. And it won't be just me, answering questions. I have answers to these, but there's power in a peer group. Okay, and there's going to be less pressure because you're not getting answers from maybe people in your state or in your district or stuff like that. Like, you can really, if you can get the right people in the right room, like, you can do a lot of really cool stuff, right? So that's what my plan is, and I push this out to my texting community first. If you want to get in that, send me a text at 208-213-8809. You'll get offers and opportunities like this. And I was trying to figure out, what am I going to charge for this? I'm going to be doing this, every call's an hour, 4 hours a week, 4 hours a month, yada, yada. So I was like, all right, $200 a month is all I'm asking for something like this, right? And I got some interest, and I got enough, and I got some groups coming. We're going to start next month. It's going to be awesome. I'm stoked. $200 a month. So where do you put your money? My simple question to agents who are kind of on the fence with something like that is simple. Like, are you going to get your money back? That's it. And I do it in a way I'm like, look, if I can't help you sell, if this group is not going to help you sell 2 or 3 more policies a month, then it's a total waste of money and a total waste of your time. Is it going to help you with sell 2 or 3 more policies a month? Absolutely. There's so much benefit to doing something like this. It's different. I have a training course out there, right? Agency Launch at agencylaunch.net. If you work that training, that's less. That's like $159 a month, right? So I've got agents that have bought into that. I've got agents that have bought into that and just don't use it. Like, that's interesting, but it's true. You've got agents that are paying a monthly premium for this product that will help you grow your business, and they choose not to do it, which is, that's on them. But if you're going to put skin in the game, it elevates, what you're generally willing to do. I know a lot of people buy products like this because it kind of forces your hand. If you're willing to do the work. Like, I've bought products before, I bought trainings before, I've paid coaches before, I've subscribed to different things before, and I feel more inclined to do the work because I'm paying for it. But I'm good at that. I can do that. I can put the work in, and I'm not going to waste $200 a month just to have this. If I need it, I'm going to do the work. The other thing about a group like this with real people, the real power will come in is because there's an accountability factor. And this kind of goes along with a lot of things that I teach you when it comes to dealing with your training your staff and holding them accountable, right? You got to show up every week. And if we told you, here are some things that you should do to solve your problem, and you don't do it, like, we're going to come back next week and be like, hey, how's that problem going? And you're not going to want to come to the table and be like, yeah, I didn't do any of that. Like, you're going to do it, right? And so there are multiple ways that a group like this will help you get better. You're going to be getting advice from people who are in the field doing the work, and you're paying for it. So you're more likely to hold yourself accountable. Okay. So that's my thought when it comes to investing in a type of training. Okay. There are training products out there where there are live sessions, and I think there's great value in that. So the bottom line is, like, are you going to get your money back? Yes. Like, this is not a cost. It's not an expense. It's an investment. Okay. I've seen agents spend a lot of money on products that they never use. Thousands of dollars on stuff that they'll never use. There are products out there like $4,000, $5,000. I bought one that was $2,200 years ago, and I got my money back. That was like my main goal. When I put my money into something, like, I'm going to get my money back. Like, I don't care. I'm going to figure it out and make it work. That's my goal. Okay. There are things that I've done that I thought would work, and I got swindled, but that's how I learned to not do passive, like advertising and stuff like that. So when it comes to what you're putting your money into, when it comes to marketing and training, are you going to increase your skill set so you can do your job better, so you can do it more efficiently? Are you going to be buying, we talk about buying leads all the time. Are you getting your money back on buying leads? That metric is not as easy to track as you think. Like, you can track what you spend on leads. There are agents that spend, $500 a month on leads. There are some that spend $5,000 a month on leads. That's just like your base cost. Like, what is it costing you in time to work those leads? Not just you, but your team. You've got a team that's calling X amount of hours a day. What is it costing to call them? Like, your leads are not $4 a lead. So after everything's said and done, and you close that 2 autos and a house, and you make $100 or $200 on that, like, what was the true cost of that lead? How much time was spent chasing that lead? What about the, product that you have, if you have a drip campaign, or maybe you have a monthly cost that goes into some kind of software that helps organize all of that? There's a cost to that. So your leads are not $4 or $5 a month. They're substantially more. And if you wanted to, you could dial down and figure it out. Saying, how many hours a week do I have my people doing this? All right, how much is this really costing me? So this is the kind of thought that goes through my head when it comes to how I spend my money. All right, so I just want you to think about it that way. A lot of this stuff, it's fun. It's exciting. There are great products out there. There are good trainings out there. There are good people out there, but you're the one that has to do the work. You have to put the time in. You have to take what you've learned, and you have to deploy it properly. And so that's always been my mindset when it has come to, bettering myself as a professional. And so And for years, I've never spent a lot of money on marketing, ever. So if I do, I'm making sure I'm getting my money back. Because in the beginning, I didn't have any money. I didn't make a lot of money in the beginning. We don't make a lot of money in the beginning of our careers. We got to really be careful on where we're spending it, right? And that generally doesn't change for me. Just because I'm making more money today does not mean that all of a sudden I've got all this money that I'm going to start pouring into marketing. Because what I did early in my career worked on the cheap. And so I kept doing it on the cheap. Why would I invest in my team. I pay my team more money. As I was able to make more money, I put that money back into my team and my employees, because that's where I'm going to get the most bang for my buck, is hiring high quality professionals who are going to help me do my job better. And they are going to do everything I ask them to do, which is write business and take care of my people. And so that's been my mentality when it comes to kind of how I manage cash flow and my expenses. So I just wanted to kind of put that in your head so that you could start thinking that way. If you're not, I think it's really important for your success to be protective of your money, but at the same time, really put the time and energy in your growth and put the work in, because that's how you're going to get better. You're not going to get better just by reading this stuff and not doing it. My buddy Gary Vaynerchuk always says, you can read all the books you want about how to do the perfect push-up, or watch a YouTube video on how to do the perfect workout, but it doesn't mean anything if you're not going to do the push-up or do the workout, okay? That directly equates to what we're doing here. So I've been thinking about this and I wanted to put it in your head, so there you go. I do have a discount for you for all my podcast listeners. If you want to get in on anything on Agency Launch, just type in the code podcast when you're checking out on any of the products. And I'm giving 10% off because you're giving me some time and energy by listening to this. And so if you want to get in on any of that, just type in podcast when you're checking out. 10% off anything in the Agency Launch store. It's at agencylaunch.net. There you go. Hey, my name's Matt. This is Agency Launch. You can find me all over the place. I'm on LinkedIn. Let's connect there. I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Dietz Agency. And the website's agencylaunch.net. Go check it out. Thank you so much for listening. Keep up the good work.